Hi everybody, today let us see development of embryo sac or female gametophyte, and this process is known as megagametogenesis. See, which is the first cell of female gametophyte? Megaspore is the first cell of female gametophyte. This is the megaspore, and this megaspore, you can see here, it grows in size. How it grows in size? It obtains nutrition from new cells. And the nucleus of the megaspore divide mitotically and form two nuclei. And this each nuclei move towards opposite poles. And then this nucleus undergoes mitotic division twice and totally form 8 nuclei. You can see here, and this 8 nuclei are formed. And then you can see here, then nuclei from each pole move towards the center. You see in this figure, nuclei from this pole and this, that is chalazal and micropyle, move towards the center and they form. Then you can see here two nuclei. This is known as what? Polar nuclei. Both the polar nuclei are present in the center, and the remaining, so out of 8, 2 move towards the center and remaining 3 are there. The 3 which is present in the micropylar end and the 3 nucleus present in the chalazal end are called as antipodals. And the 3 nuclei which is found in the micropylar end is called as what? Synergids. See, these 3 nucleus which is at a chalazal and micropylar end are surrounded by cytoplasm to form cells by means of the result of cytokinesis. And you can see this micropylar end. These 2 cells are called as synergids, and this one is called as egg apparatus. This one is called as what? Egg apparatus. So 1 egg cell and 2 synergids. And in the chalazal end, the 3 nuclei are called as what? Antipodals. They are called as what? Antipodals. Just before fertilization, the polar nuclei unite or fuse together and form secondary nucleus or otherwise definitive nucleus. These definitive nucleus or secondary nucleus are diploid in nature but one in number. These 2 unite together and form a single, but even though it is single, it has 2 nucleus. So it is in what nature? Diploid in nature. So after 3 mitosis in megaspore, how many cell stages are there? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 2 unite together and form 7 cell stage. And how many nucleus? 8 nucleus. So 7 cell stage and 8 nucleated structure. This type of embryo sac is known as polygonum type. Why it is called as polygonum type? Because it was discovered by Strasburger in which plant? No, polygonum plant. So it is known as polygonum type. This polygonum type of embryo sac is most common in type in angiosperms, especially example Capsella. See, the polygonum type of embryo sac develop from a single megaspore. So it is known as monosporic embryo sac. I will repeat again. This polygonum type of embryo sac develop from single megaspore. So it is also known as monosporic embryo sac. Only one thing is left out in this female gametophyte, that is filiform apparatus. This filiform apparatus is a finger-like structure. This is a special cellular thickenings, and these thickenings are produced by the outer wall of synergids, and this is known as filiform apparatus. What is the use of this? With the help of this filiform apparatus, the synergids, see these 2, absorbs food from the new cells and transfer to the embryo sac. At the same time, the filiform apparatus also secrete chemicals which attract and guide the pollen tube. I'll repeat again. This attracts and guide the pollen tube by secreting chemicals. Next one we see types of embryo sac. First one is monosporic embryo sac. Second one bisporic embryo sac. Third one tetrasporic embryo sac. Monosporic embryo sac can be classified into 2 types. Polygonum, Enothera. Polygonum type, that is embryo sac develops from chalacel megaspore. This already I have explained. This type already I have explained, the same only, this polygonum. Then Enothera type is, this type of is formed by means of micropylar megaspore. The endosperm is in what condition? Diploid condition. This also, but here you can see only 4 nucleated. But in polygonum 7 celled, 8 nucleated. In Enothera type only 4 nucleated. Out of this 4 nucleus, one is found in the center. The 3 nucleus are found in the micropylar end. And what is absent? Antipodals are absent in this. What is absent? Antipodals are absent. And the endosperm is what? Diploid in condition. Okay, the next one is, next type is bisporic embryo sac. This also 7 celled, 8 nucleated embryo sac. And also it developed from the 2 nucleated megaspore. It develops from the, repeat again, 2 nucleated megaspore. Then the third one is tetrasporic embryo sac. This is also 7 celled, 8 nucleated. This develops from 4 nucleated megaspore. Pollination. What is meant by pollination? That is transfer of pollen grain from the anther to the stigma of the flower is known as pollination. See, all the flowering plants have adaptations to achieve pollination. Next we will see types of pollination. There are 3 types of pollination, that is autogamy, geitonogamy, xenogamy. First we will see autogamy. What is autogamy? Transfer of pollen grain from anther to the stigma of a flower. Which flower? Same flower. That is known as autogamy. This is otherwise called as self-pollination. Next one is gametophyte. That is, the pollination takes place between 2 flowers of the same plant. Is called as gametophyte. But genetical point of view, it is self-pollination because all the flowers are found in the same plant. Genetically they are identical. But functionally or ecologically, it is considered as what pollination? Cross-pollination. What is the third type? Xenogamy. Here the pollination takes place between 2 different flowers. See here, this plant, one flower, another plant, another flower is there. Pollination takes place between these 2 flowers. And this is known as xenogamy. This is the real or true cross-pollination. Genetically as well as ecologically, it is cross-pollination. Next up, what is monoecious plants and dioecious plants? This already I taught in previous class. Anyway, let us recall. See, what is monoecious plants? Male and female flowers are found in the same plant, but the flowers are unisexual. That is, male flower and female flower are separate. Example, castor, cucurbit, coconut, maize. This monoecious plant prevents autogamy, that is this one, not geitonogamy. Next, dioecious plants. Male and female flowers are found in different plants. These flowers are also unisexual. Example, papaya and date palm. This prevents autogamy as well as geitonogamy. Next, you will see contrivances or adaptation for self-pollination. First one is monocliny. In monocliny, it is otherwise called as bisexuality. It means the flowers are bisexual. It is called as hermaphrodite. Example, pea. Next, homogamy. When both the sex organ of a flower mature at the same time. That is the anther as well as the carpel. That is the stamen and carpel that is mature at the same time. And this is known as what? Homogamy. And this increases the characteristics of what pollination? Self-pollination. Example, pea plant. Then third one is glistogamy. In some plants, that is, bisexual flowers are formed. They never open throughout their lifetime. See, bisexual flowers which never open throughout their lifetime. And these flowers are called as cleistogamous flower. and these flowers are called as what? Cleistogamous flowers. Example, camelina, viola. Viola is otherwise called as common pansy, oxalis. These flowers, that is camelina, viola and oxalis, there are two types of flowers are found. Cleistogamous flowers, chasmogamous flowers. What is cleistogamous flowers? The flowers never open is called as cleistogamous flowers. Then what is chasmogamous flowers? That is the stamen as well as the carpel mature and they are exposed for pollination. Okay, that is called as what flower? Chasmogamous flower. Next one is bud pollination. Bud pollination means the pollination occurs in bud stage. Example, wheat and rice. Then you can have a doubt. In cleistogamy, that is it's a bisexual flower and never opens, then how fertilization takes place? Even though the flowers never open, assured seeds are produced even in the absence of water, pollinators.